A lot's changed in the wizarding world since I last checked in, but I thought I'd make another one, and a huge thank you to everyone that checked out the last video, and if you're new here, hello. Basically, since last time, I've learned to fly my broom, but my thirst for blood remains strong. But at the same time, sometimes I can't help but look over at the castle while I'm flying around or walking and thinking, maybe this place ain't so bad. Like a 90s teen movie trope where we realise that it's not in fact the fact that I never attended a class, it's the friends we made along the way. And I should keep hanging out with nerdy chicks, because eventually they'll get a makeover and be hot. Swallows teaches me Confringo and his little secret dungeon him and the blind boy reside in sometimes, before I make my way to Hogsmeade for some potions. I'm not sure how word has gotten around, as I'm sure other students own brooms, but somehow I've been given the job as Uber potions delivery driver and carting shit around for other people. Like, actually, what do you call it when you work when you're young and for free? Oh yeah, it's child labour. I loiter in the street and use a potion that turns my skin into scraggly stone. The cool air of the Scottish Highlands is doing a number on my skin, and you can get anything in Hogsmeade except some bloody moisturiser. It's a new day, so I decide to finally help that kind goblin that wanted his enchanted carts back, but I'm immediately one-shotted as I walk through the front door by the enemy, and am forced to rethink my tactics. I hate playing stealthy in games because it's an XP waste, but it's needed sometimes. I hint to Arn that I want a reward, but he doesn't budge, and he says he's going to paint something.
The ones I faced were determined to make things difficult.
That upright iguana has just kissed his happy life goodbye. My threats are not hollow. I'm given the room of requirement because I deserve it for doing nothing. I decorate. Oh, and I also wear a cool mask now, I forgot to say that. I thieve and steal around Hogsmeade for a while to allow myself the ability to buy some plants for Professor Garlic. Who knew she was such a baddie like that? I upgrade the headwear for something a little more me. She teaches me Wingardium Leviosa, and I immediately try to drop a box on her head because I don't have a developed brain and I want her to like me. Between classes, I scope out bathrooms and find some polyjuice potion on the toilet. Maybe now I can become the man that Garlic wants. In an attempt to put the old codger into cardiac arrest, I sneak up on Fig and stun him, but he's built different and spots me right away. I do some side quests for gold, and I'm forced to scull drinks by a lady to prove some potions I'm muling are legit.
Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
Not the worst thing to happen. At nightfall, I head for the forest and beat some trolls from a head glitch on a hill. Who's the troll now? Then it's time to check on my plants I planted and make some potions. Fig then says we need to infiltrate some goblin lair, and at this point, I feel like these people just want me for my ability to see ancient magic, as all I'm really here for is to grow my plants and breed unicorns. That's a spoiler. We talk to this drawing who's an OG that can see magic too, who tells me that if I've come this far, maybe I'm willing to go a little farther. Shout out to Andy Dufresne. He speaks of some trials that I have to pass for them to consider me the man, and it's kind of like, what the hell have I been doing up to this point? I cruise through the first trial and I have a boss battle, which is fun, but I eventually wrap it up and dip. After forgetting to record a session of footage, we continue with me fighting a bunch of skeletons to fetch a helmet for a goblin named Gluck Gluck, or something like that, which I really am doing all the heavy lifting on these quests. Not once has anybody offered a hand or even cast spells from a distance. It's not particularly demanding, and frankly I get spooked easy, so the dialogue might be nice. I settle down and check my plants once more, and Deke gives me the knapsack, which will allow me to catch some tame beasts. He wants me to go start catching stuff, but I tell him to hit the brakes, as I now can plant bigger pots. I rearrange and I get my plants underway. Deke tells me I need to stop the poachers by using magic to stop these beasts from moving and then shoving them in my bag and storing them somewhere where they can't escape. You know, like a poacher. The room expands and I have somewhere for them to run around and back out a stinker. At least I don't have to brush them myself. As I've said before, the allocations of where magic is used in this game's kind of funny. Sebastian calls on me to witness how much his dad hates him, and then he seems somewhat grouchy that I literally slept there. There's like a funny mechanic in this game where you can change between day and night to pass time, but it shows a little animation of your character waking up on the ground. I meet his dad, and I'm like, yeah, he hates you. And then we bail and look for other stuff, maybe a cure for his cursed sister. We find some knickknacks and then end up in his little room again where he is angsty. Let the hatred fuel you. Natty gives me a buzz and she wants to meet up. I must get the date wrong as I'm a day early and I'm forced to sleep here again, much to her non-notice. I struggle with the lock, but we find that poachers and bad people have some hippogriffs, so we make the decision to risk death. It pays off as there's a pretty cool moment as you fly away. The world's expanding at this point with things that I didn't know were in the game, and it's pretty neat. I add a couple beasts to my collection and then I roll out. This is my first time having pets in a while. The last time I had pets, me and my friend Jaden purchased some mice, and then we came home one night and one of the mice was being abused by a wild mouse that had made its way into the cage, while the other one had ran into a nearby mouse trap trying to escape the terror. RIP. I battled through a spider cave looking for a little Alf, but unfortunately we find a corpse laying there with a note. Adelaide Oak wants a word with me, and apparently everyone else does too, because they're hanging around like bad smells. PU, go away. Myself, Ominous, and Swallows head down some eerie Slytherin place that holds secrets about the cure for his sister. It gets to a point where we cannot go forward unless someone hits a Cruciatus curse. Swallows does one on me with the promise that he'll teach me to do it. I do not struggle. He smokes me in the guts, and I am now a holder of one of the unforgivable curses. People will regret the day they ever crossed paths with Raffi Bodega. The season's changed for like the second time, and I've still only been to 5 classes. Poppy hits me up to go help her with some stuff now that I'm a beast tamer, and we head over to a poacher's village. I don't have the heart to tell that I basically am one, so I go along with it. We enter an underground ring and see they have a dragon locked up. It's very House of the Dragon here as it busts through the ceiling and into the night sky. She forgets to look after her eggs, so I steal them. Swallows wants to go into a mine, so of course I say sweet, he's teaching me some pretty gnarly stuff at this point. We dive deep and kill waves of enemies before somehow it gets to the point where I have to learn Imperial. He's all, "You have a lot at stake, yada yada yada." Teach me, man, I just want to kill people. Imperio turns enemies against each other, so it's nice to see others fight for me. I'll wrap this up on a nicer point. My beasts are doing well. I get myself a unicorn, and I have plans to get a second. And my dead horse things are doing well as well. And once they have babies, I'll sell them off and use it as a bit of a farming tool to begin my homestead. Why live in the real world when you can live here? Guys, if you like the video, hit the like button and let me know how you guys are finding the game and if you'd like to see another one. Subscribe for more. Thank you.